So this is the place where we will get the all campaigns, and there are 24, 25 records per page will be there. Pagination will be there, search part will be there. Once we go to particular campaign, we will see all the posts are here, and user can add more posts. I did not put the description here. Maybe in the future I can add description here also. But for now, I'm just putting the title. And on the right side, we have the task list. Let's add a few more tasks. So all tasks will be, new tasks will be one below the other, whereas the post will be, new post will be at the top. This post is like a Facebook newsfeed. User can put whatever they want. They can put it here. And then once we go to detail of that post by clicking here, other people can comment on each post also. This is the pre-post, anyone can put anything. But this is the task which only admin can put, the creator of campaign can put. And the user can say whether they have completed the task or not. So they can check or uncheck if they have completed the task. And then we will have one page where admin can see all the users with all the tasks which they have completed. So that's the purpose of this task is there. Right now the task is doing locally, it is not saving on the server. So today we will save it on the server. Okay, so let's put another task. So we have 3 tasks and we can add more also, whatever task. So this is the overview of the task. Let's try to put this task. When I click this task, I want to put it in the database that I completed this task. Lot of 1 second, let me check. Do you feel the noise now also, or it's less? Is it better? Okay. Okay, so let's check now. Okay, 1 second. Let me open that one. Okay, so let me open the file now and try to see where I will put it. So right now we have the task item, and when someone will click the checkbox, we call the handle toggle, and we pass this, whatever the record user has, we pass there. Okay, so we do this one. So let's see the handle toggle function again. So the handle toggle, it takes the value, and then it, whenever user check it, it checks whether the we check the current index from the checked array. And if we did not find anything, we push it into the checked array. And if we find it, we delete it from the current array. Okay, so this we'll talk about in detail. This is the local one. Just I got it from the material UI, but we need to put this in on the server also. So let's try to do that one. So for that, I will write one function. I will write one. We have already one function in the task utilities. I will write on one more function where I will pass this item, and I will also pass the task which we have currently for this is the task. Okay, this record is the task, and I will pass whether it is checked or not. I will also pass the campaign for which we need to update the task. Okay, so let's create the function. So now you will help me in writing this function. Okay, I will not write down. So I'll create one function, submit task. Now this function will be async function because I need to write down some async call. Whenever you have async function, you should always put try and catch block. And here I will say console.log, submit task, error.message. So we'll see what error is there when some error is there. Now in this submit task, I need to pass few parameters. What are the few parameters? One is called the detail. Detail is nothing but the campaign detail for which I am putting in the task. So I need the campaign detail. For example, so this test one is the campaign. So we need to pass this campaign detail. Okay, so one thing need campaign details. Second thing is we need the task, this task. Because if I pass the task one, I want to send this task one to the function. If I am checking this one, I need to pass this task two task detail to the function. So we need to pass the task. So I will name this as a task details. And if I check this, I want to pass it as a completed. So we need to pass a flag whether it is completed or not. So let's pass the flag completed, whether it's a true or false. Okay, so now we are inside the function. It's a big function. It will take some time to build it. So we need to work together to see what we need to do it. So first thing, I need to put some validation whether task is there or not, whether detail is there or not. If both are not there, we cannot submit into the task. So I will check if not detail, return, just return. And I will also check if not task detail, by mistake I have not seen any task detail, then also I will return. Okay, so we will put these two checks in the beginning. Now I have to create one table where I will be saving all the information. So let's decide the table here in my another tab, localhost. So right now we have campaign, we have, let's delete this one. Okay, what is the name? Okay, I'll delete this table. I need only this table. Okay, so we have the C1 campaign post task. So I need one more table where I will put that user has completed the task. So let's say name of the table will be C1 task my status. That is, what is my status, whether I have completed or not. So you tell me, whoever knows the answer. Question is, we will write on the steps. We will, problems will take after some time. Let me finish this part and then we'll take the problem. So the question is, I will write down the steps. Then you have to tell me the syntax for what I'm doing. So first what I will do, I will check in this table. So let me write down the steps which I will be putting. So I will check, table name is this one. Check if current user with current campaign with current task detail, this task detail, are already in the database. So we have to first check if user has already completed this task or not completed this task, but the record is in the database. If record is in database, then we will update the record with completed status, whether completed is true or false. Sometimes users say he has completed, but tomorrow he changes his mind. He says it is not completed, he want to complete it again. So whatever completed status is there, we will update that with this completed status. Okay, next is else. Else means it is not in the database. So this is the first time for the task he is writing completed. So if it is not in database, we create record in the database. So this is the first part of the part one of this function, and I will also write down the part two, which I will explain you in a bit. Part two will come soon after we are done with the part one. So let's talk about the part one. So first step is we have to check what should I write here so that I can check what is the first line I should write down here so that I can check in the database whether user has updated this task or not. So what should we do? How will I call the database to see whether user has record or not? What is the first line? How will you check in database? No. Okay, so Kate has put the very good point, past.current.user. That is, that check we should put it here even. If user is logged in or not, so I can put that check here. If past.user.current, what is that syntax? User.current. Okay, so we will check if user is not logged in, then I will also return it. Yeah, that is a good. So we should also check whether user is logged in or not. So I will return that here only. So what should I put now here? Okay, create object is only needed when I want to create a record. But when we want to check in the database, we need to call query. So always remember, whenever we want to check in the database, we should call the query. Create record, create object is only needed when you want to create a new record or you want to update it. So whenever we want to check, it is the query. New parse.query. So just remember parse.query. Next time I will ask you this question. Okay. Now I want to check whether this table has detail in it. Detail means campaign. Field name will be campaign. Value will be detail. Next field name will be task. Value will be task detail. And then the user. So I need to check 3 fields whether these 3 fields are there in this table. So what should I write down here? How can I check? How will I write the query? I need to query the database, right? I need to query the database. How will I query it? What should I write down here? Okay, so maybe you have to check your document again. So whenever we have to query the table, yeah, equal to, that is what we need. Not first, before find, we need to put the parameters. Query dot equal to. Now, first field will be campaign. Campaign is nothing but we have to check with the detail. So I'll say campaign, and then value will be detail. So this is the one part of the query. Let's write down the second one. Query dot equal to. Next, I have to check the task. So the column name will be task. Value will be the details which I am passing it. Third will be user. If the user is the one who is logged in. So the field name will be user and the value will be nothing but this one. So we are checking in the database if current user has already put a record in the database or not. If he has already put a record in the database, then we will only update with the completed. Now what? How will I use this query? How will I fire this query? I need to find the record based on this query. So what is the line to find the record? So generally query.find is needed if you have many records coming for this one. But for this campaign, for this task, and for this user, there will be only one record. So to check the record, one record, what should I write here? Query dot first, correct. But since this is the async call, we need to use await and we need to use one variable. So I will say constant record is equal to query await query dot first. Now we will get this record if user has updated in the database, then we will get record, and if user has not updated the record in the database, then we will get null. So here I have to check if no record, that means user has not added anything. So here I will create the record in the database. But if user has already added in the database, that means we have something in the record. So we will go into the else, and here we will update the record in database. Okay, so either I will create it or I will update it. So let's try to create it first. So to create it, we have created a lot of records. So to create it, what we do, I'll show you what we do. We use these two lines of the statements. So let's use these two lines of statement. So maybe I will use some different name. I will use, or I can use anything. Yeah, I can put any name. Let's put post. And this is the post, small letter. And the table name will be this one. Okay, so we created this post. Now we will go on adding in this post. So how to add it? Post dot. How will I add each record? Can anyone tell me? I want to put campaign equal to detail. What should I write here? Post dot set. Correct. Rakesh is correct. Post dot set. So I will say post dot set campaign. Campaign will come in the form of this details. So I will say detail. Next, post dot set task. This task, I will put the value of task details. Next, post dot set user parse dot user dot current, and I will also put this flag. So I will say post dot set completed is equal to completed. Whatever value you put here will come here. Then what is the next step? What should I write down here? Post dot save. But remember, always you need to set the ACL. Before saving, you need to put the ACL. So let's put the ACL. Otherwise, it will not work as expected. So I will create one ACL variable, and I will say new parse.acl. Then I will say ACL dot set public read access. I want everyone can read it. So it is true. I will say write access will be to the user who created this, who put this. So I will say write access will be to parse.user.current and true. Next I will say write access should also be to the administrator of the website. So I will say set role write access to administrator. That is me. I should also be able to update it. Then I will also set role write access to the administrator of the campaign, the one who has created the campaign. He should be also be able to edit it. So the administrator campaign name is campaign underscore detail ID. So this is the name which we gave when we create the campaign. If you don't remember, you can go and see how campaign is created. So we create a role with the campaign ID. So all these people should have write access, and read access will be to everyone. Then I will say post dot set ACL equal to ACL. And then I will say await post dot save. So we will save it. But this completes our create part. But with the update part, we already get the record. So just we need to update the completed status only. So in the update part, I will say post is only created in the create part, but for the update part, we can use the record. So I will say record.set completed equal to completed, and I will say await record.save. So the record is nothing is same as post, but record is already having the value which is coming from the database. So for the update, we will only update these two fields, but for the create, we will put this only. So this complete our part 1. We check it, we create it, or we update it. Part 2 we will not do today because part 2 is bigger one, and I will take a separate day to complete the part 2. And without part 2, we can work with the current task. Part 2 is not related exactly to our current task. So this function is completed except part 2, which is not really related to this part. This is something different. So now we will call this function when user will check and uncheck. So we are calling this handle toggle also. This handle toggle is locally saving in the state here. Okay, we are saving it in the state. So I will not touch that. I will keep this one here only, but I will also call submit task so that I can also save in the database. Okay, so how to call that submit task? Now if you see task list is there and we are calling the task item. And in the task item, we are not passing this detail. Whereas we need this detail in calling this function. Before I go further, just I will give you this function in the Telegram chat so that you can copy if you have not done it. Okay, I put it in the Telegram chat if you want to copy it. Okay, now what we will do? We will pass this detail to the task item so that I can call this function. This function needs the detail. So let's pass this detail part in the task item. And I will gather this detail in the task item. So here I will also say I want the detail. Also, I will call this function here in the task item. So I will say import submit task from task util. And okay, so this on click will call this function when we check the box. But now I want to call this function also submit task in addition to this one. So I will delete this part and I will put the arrow function here so that I can call two functions inside it. So the first function which I have to call is this handle toggle. If you see the handle toggle has two functions in it. One is this function and this function. We are already passing this value. But one second. Okay. So 1 second. There is. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So if you see the handle toggle has two function in it, one and this two. So if I call this here like this, will it work or no? Though I will put submit task below it, but to call the handle toggle, which is here kind of two function. So will this line work or no? So the answer is if I put only this one, then it will not work. The reason is when I call till value, it will print me this in the string format. Since we have the two function here, one is calling another function, so we need to execute this function. So whenever I call the handle toggle, I need to execute this function like this. Then it will work. Another function I have to call is submit task. So let's call the submit task also. And in the submit task, if you see the submit task, it expects the object with these three values. So we need to put the three values. So I will call the curly bracket, and first thing I will pass is the detail, this detail. I can write detail is equal to detail. So detail colon detail. But if both are of the same name, I can skip this colon detail. I can use only one detail. Second thing which I need is the task details. So second thing I will put task details. Since the task details will come in the form of the rake, so I have to say task details is equal to rake. Next thing which I want to pass is completed. So completed is something whether user has checked it, the checkbox, then I will pass the true. But if user has not checked it, I have to pass the false. So how will I get the check value? Can anyone tell me? I want to get the value of the checkbox, whether it is checked or not. So how will I get it? E.target.checked. Rakesh is correct. So I should pass the event here in the on click, and E will be nothing but the whatever user has checked in the checkbox. If he has checked, it will come true, and if he has not checked, it will come false. So I have to pass E here, and for the completed, I have to say E.target.checked. So this will call our backend server, and the post will be created on the server. So let's test this condition. Okay, so now I'm opening the network panel. So see what is happening when I check it. See, some backend call is called, and here it is saying that first it checks whether the record exists on the server. It does not exist, we are getting empty results. So it calls the create part and it object is created on the server. Let me check on the server. So you will see one table is created, C1 task my status. And here you see campaign is there, task is there, user is there, and completed is true. Now, if I uncheck it, see what is happening. First it checks on the server and then it updates it. So if I check it, it gets the result. You see the result is coming here and then it calls the update with the false value, with the value of false. So now if I refresh it, you will see it become false. When I check it again, it will become, it is passing with the true and we get the updated true result here, completed true. Let's check all the tasks and then I will refresh it. I will see 3 tasks are there here. So that means I am updating on the server. Okay, let me give you this code. Okay, so first one is we have to call this submit task. I will put it in the React Telegram group. And then on the click, we need to call it like this. Okay, so we updated on the server. We updated on the server all this task here. But when we load the page, we don't get it. So we need to call the get call on the load of the page so that I should update it whenever we load the page. Okay, so let's do that one also. Or that part we will do some other time. Let's try to do some other thing now. Okay, so when we load the page, because I need to think what is the best way to get the record, because there may be tasks on different page also, so I need to think on it, how I will get the record properly here on the page. Okay, so that is what I have to think and I will let you know next time how to update it. So let's try to do some other thing now. Okay, so one thing, let me see what I can do now. Okay. Okay, is this clear? Any questions on this part? Okay, so just now I'm done for this one, this today's React part, this one, but we will do another task in the React which is not related to this project, but I will give you some assignments now to do that. So right now there will be, you can write some common functions to get the record in each one, but I have to tackle this differently and this differently. That's why I created 2-1. But you can merge together. If you merge both the things, then you need to take care of some, other check. If it is task, you need to, you need to do some other things. So if conditions will be there. So it's up to you. You can merge together, but that will make the things little complicated and not easy. Complexity actually increases because we need to tackle it different way and this different way. If both are to be tackled in the same way, then we can have a same, function, same parent function or same function to do that. Okay. So this project will go long. Along this project, we will do other projects. That means you have to do other projects. I will just guide you. Okay. So for this project today, whatever I have shown you, that's all. Both have advantages and disadvantages. Big project also. I'm working on the big project in my company. So I write some code as a common task. Though it's a little work in the beginning, but later it becomes easy because once you edit this part is automatically edited. But if a lot of changes are there in this part, then I prefer to keep them separate. It's up to you how much or what you want to do. Okay, so let's start to give you assignment. Now we will start with another project also. This one I have to think because I have not thought how I will retrieve it. Though I can get it from this table, I can get this from table. But what is the best way to get it and display it on the page? I have to think it and I'll let you know that one. Okay, so that part I will do next week. But today I will give you some assignments to do and you to do it now. So though this project will go on, it may take few more months to complete it. A lot of things are pending and this will be a very big project. I will live this project in front of you and I will make this live in couple of months when I'm done with all the things. We have to do a lot of things in this one. We have to put chat application, messages. We need to put notification like in Facebook that if someone creates this post, I should get notified so that I can go there and see what user have posted it. User can flag it. User can say that this post is wrong. So admin can unflag it. So a lot of things are there in this project. So it will take a lot of time to complete this one. Okay, so now new task, which we have to start with another project on the React, which you will do, and I will just guide you. So let's do that new project, and you have to start it now. And I will guide you what to do. So let's close all these items, and then let's try to do the new one. So we have the website 3. So the task will be, I will write on the task here, and you have to do it. So the task will be, we need to create website 4. If you have already website 4, you make website 5, 6, whatever is the last one. For me, it's website 3, so I will make website 4. Website 0004. Now, I will tell you what are the things you need to do in this project. You have to start now, do things, commit it, and I will check it. So it will be live now. Okay, so this is something I will save in the website 4. So the task here is like this. Let me explain you what we are trying to build it. So if you have seen the IMDb website, we will be making not the IMDb, but something different than IMDb. And the layout will be completely material UI. We will not put the UI from this one. The functionality will be little different than IMDb. Okay, so in IMDb you see the movie name and you see the rating, whatever rating user has given. And if user wants to watch now, they can go here and they can buy it, whatever they want. Okay, so user can do that thing. So let me explain you what you have to do. So here, a user will come. He will put the movie name. For example, movie name is Bahubali, for example, right? And he can edit the description. He will put description, whatever description he wants. So this is open. Anyone can come and put the name and put the description, and someone don't like, they can come and update the description. But right now, I don't want the scope to be bigger. Just he will put the name of the movie description, and then what will happen, so he just create the movie. That's it. Done. Movie name is created, description is created, and it is there in our database. Later on, he can also update, or anyone can update who are the actors, who are the directors, who are the music directors, whatever it is, whatever they want to put, they can put. Who are, for example, producers for this film, which year this film was released, and whatever, etc., whatever they want, they can put it. I will not explain you the full thing, but the main purpose, I will explain you what is the purpose of this project. And then any other person will come and then they can also rate it, that this movie is good. I am giving 10 out of 10. And he will also comment on that movie, what is good in that movie. Next thing which we need to put is links. So generally, if I want to watch Bahubali, I have to go to Amazon or I have to go to Netflix to watch this movie. And many times the movie is not free. But if someone knows the link that this movie is there, whether free or paid, he will put one link. So for example, he will put link 1. It is free watch. Okay, so another person will give the link 2. It is free to watch. So like this, those who know the link that Bahubali is free at some places, so they can put that link, so that the people who want to watch it free, they can click the link and watch it free also. Because many movies are free on the YouTube, but nobody knows what is the link for that movie. So you can put it. Maybe third person will come and put the link 3. He will say paid in Amazon Prime. Okay, so he can put different links, and admin will go to each link and see whether it's a really link working or not. If it is not working, so admin will delete it, because many people will put advertisement link and anything which is not the real link. So admin will delete all these links which are not correct. Okay, so this is the project which we have to build it. Now I will give you the task and you have to do the task. First task which you have to do now, create a folder, website 4, 5, whatever you have. For me it's website 4, and put some readme.txt file inside it. Create a routing. It will be right now it will be routing with only a few things like login, because we have right now login, logout, whatever we have. We have to put the routing also. Create layout also for it, and change in the app.js to point to website 4 or the new website. Let's say we have the routing 3. So maybe copy from the routing 3, because in routing 3, don't put this part. Okay, don't put this part. Only put whatever is needed. We have boundary, suspense, and we have the route with layout. So these are things in the routing 3. So try to copy from the routing 3 and delete whatever is not needed. And go to the layouts. Maybe create this layout 3, create the navbar for the layout 4. And in the app.js, right now it's pointing to routing 3. And you should point to routing 4. Do this much, commit it, and ask me to test it, and I will verify this part. And once you are done with this task, I will give you another task. So now, from now onwards, I will also give you the task which you have to do in front of me and after the class also. And we will also do the campaign part which we did. Okay, that's the 2 things we have to do. So just do it and let me know once you're done with this task. And then I will give you another task. So once you're done with this one, you have to commit it and push it so that I can check if it is working or not. And before you start, just try to see the Git status. Okay, Git status is if you have something in the Git status, just to git add dot git commit -am more git pull and then git push. Complete the steps and then start with the project. Okay, this way you will not get conflicts because many people get conflicts and I have to waste 30 minutes to fix that one. So before you even start, you finish all these 4 steps and then start. So when you do the copy from the routing tree, in routing tree we have the store, don't use the store, don't use the redux. So just delete the redux part, because in new project we are not using the redux right now. Once if we need it, we will add it later, but right now don't put it. Okay, so everyone commit it and I will check what you have done it. So Rakesh, if you completed, just commit it. Let's see what is there. Okay, Sonu Singh, I'll check. Okay, let's see what Rakesh has done. So everybody should commit it. Otherwise, how will I know how you are doing? What things you know or what things you don't know? So I can see website 5 with some home. Correct, website 5. Let's check the routing. Okay. So see layout 5. Let's check the layout. So here I see layouts and here you have small letter L. So make sure. Okay, I'll be back in a 1 minute. Okay, I am back. Sorry. So let's see. See here. If you see the layouts folder, it starts with capital A L. Here it is small l. So let's make this same. And it goes to layout file. Inside layout file, it goes to layout file.jsx. Okay. So I told you to copy from the layout 3. So you have to copy from here. So layout file. Layout file is not this route with layout is correct, but layout file is to be copied from here. Okay, from 3. You have to put like this, all these things. That you will do. But why it is not called? Okay, so you have to call the routing from routing 3 and delete it. If you simple put it, then it will not be the good thing. So okay, try to get from routing 3 and then edit it here. Okay, so then we will see, and here it is routing 4, here it is routing 5. So it's not proper. Okay, let's check what app.js. In the app.js, okay, so you have to call the routing 5. You have called it correctly. Okay, so that's all for the Rakesh. You have to fix it. Okay, let's see the Sonu. Any other person has committed the changes? Or no one has done it. These 3 simple changes I have given you. It is 5-minute job, and no one has done it. Okay, Sonu Singh layout 5. Yeah, see, Sonu Singh has copied from layout 3, so it. Okay, yeah, so it is good. I will not check tomorrow. You have to do it now. Okay, Ole, whenever I give the task here, you have to do it now. Otherwise, you can commit it tomorrow, but check time is only now. Okay, now let's see website 5. I am not making IMDb. I am making my own. Only the rating part is from IMDb. So don't make IMDb. Just name it home. We are not making IMDb. We will not copy any part of the IMDb. It's a entirely different concept, because in IMDb only people will give rating, but in our website we have to show the link. Let's say there are many movies I want to watch, but I don't know where to watch. So I want people to come and put the links if they know. That's the purpose. So don't put IMDb. Though I showed you IMDb, but it's not the IMDb. Okay. Let's go to the layout is done, routing is done. Let's check the app.js is fine. Yeah, this is correct. So Sonu Singh, you have done mostly correct part. Any other one, any other person has committed it? Okay, so let's try to, now I will do it quickly. You just watch those who want to watch. So what thing I have to do? First I have to create the Readme, which I have created here. I will also create home.jsx file, which I haven't told you, but since many of you have created it, so I will also create it. That was the next task, but since you have created already, I will also create it. So I'll just create home.jsx. Now I will go to the layout, create a new folder, layout 4. And in the layout 4, I will copy from layout 3. So I will copy these 2 files, put it in the layout 4. And I will check each one, navbar. Right now, navbar is not doing anything, so I don't mind putting anything. And I will check the layout 3, rename it to layout 4. And this is fine. I will change it to 4. Okay, layout 4 is done. Now I will go to routings. I will open the routing 3, save it as routing 4. So it is 5-minute job. Okay, you have to finish it in 5 minutes. So I will call, see here L is small and my L is small in the folder. So you have to make sure in your computer what is this? It is capital or small. So I will call the layout 4, layout 4. I will delete all the Redux part. In the future, when I want to introduce the Redux, I will add it again. But right now, I'm not putting anything in the Redux. I don't want geo also. I don't want roles also. I don't want configure. And home will be called from the website 4 / home. I will not. I don't want detail. I don't want text. These all are needed because this is from the common folder. I don't need these 2 files. I don't need this one. I don't need provider. I don't need this provider also. I'll change it to routing 4. I'll change this to routing 4. I don't need the parts now in this page. Okay, let's see what routes. I don't need it. So I don't need test, campaign, detail. I don't need geo. So I cleaned up all the lines which I need. Now I will go and call this routing in the app.js. So I'll call it here. Okay, it's already called here. I already changed it to 4. Now I'll see if it is working or I'm getting some error or what is the problem. Okay, we're still calling this one. So let's see where exactly it's routing 4. We are calling routing 4 and it is calling website home. That's correct. Okay, I'm in the different folder. That's the reason it's not working. I'll go to master folder and npm run dev. Okay, now let's check it. Okay, so my home is coming here. Okay, so that means that task 1 is completed. I am able to see no errors are there and I'm able to see the home from the home.js. So it's a very simple task, only 5 minutes to complete it. So let me give you another task which you can complete tomorrow or by next Saturday if you cannot do tomorrow. If I get time tomorrow, I will do it tomorrow. Otherwise, we will see next Saturday. Regarding the problem, I will give you 2 problems tomorrow because today a lot of time went in the React part. Okay, so let's see what is the next task. Now, as I explained that user will come, he will see all the movies here. Okay, he can search the movie, he can put what are the actors he want to see, whatever it is, he can do anything here on this home page. And there will be add page. So if someone will type add, okay, he will be landing on the add page. And in add page, we need to create a form. So the form should be, so you have to create one more routing with the add, name of the add. And in that page, you have to just put the name of the movie. Let me put the fields. Name of movie, or you can say television serial also. Whatever is available, either movie or television serial. Next will be description. So this is the second field will be description, will be rich text editor. So these things will be there. Either you can make it tomorrow or do it by next Saturday. Okay, let me see. Let's put this also, actors. Then we can update also. Now actors will be like this, a text field with the add button. When user put the text field, like he will put, for example, he will put Dharmendra as an actor. Okay, once he put add button, this Dharmendra will be added in some kind of array. Okay, so this some kind of array, Dharmendra will be added it. Then this text will become empty. So he can put another actor. So for example, he will put Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, so this Amitabh Bachchan will come as a second field in this one. Okay, and then this text field will become empty. So user can put n number of actors for this movie, and you don't have to specify 10 field or 11 field. You just give one field and add button. And once he will type something, and he will click enter, it will be added in the array. So this array part you don't have to do now. Just make the one text field and one add button. No functionality. I will show you. I will give you another task to do that. Okay, so just remember, you have to only give the topic actors and text field add button. This array part we will do some other time. Maybe next task will be that one. Okay, just now Khali only put this one. Next is what, director. Same thing for the directors. So here, this also, instead of actor, this also can be a dynamic field. So maybe here I will say, this also I will take text field. Okay. So in the text field, he can put either actors, or he can choose directors, or he can choose whatever they want. They can, this is a free text. They can put music directors, producers, and whatever they want to put, they can put in the text field. So then, okay, so maybe I'm not sure you are able to understand that thing. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I will show you what I mean by this text field and this text field. So I will draw some prototype which will help you to understand what I mean. Okay. Okay, so here there will be one text field. Let's put the text field. So in this text field, he can put actors. Okay, and then there will be another text field here. And in this text field, he can put Dharmendra, for example. Okay, and there will be, here will be add button. This is just I'm just giving you idea what I mean, but you have to build it in the material. Go add or submit. Submit is fine. So what user can do? Okay, let me save it so that you can see. Okay, let me show you what it means. I mean, okay, so this is too big in the size. I don't like so much size. Let's reduce it to 600 pixel. Let me show you now. Okay, so here user will put actor and he will put Dharmendra and he will put submit. As soon as he clicks submit button, I will save it in the database or I will put it in some variable. Variable will be like this. Actors and the array will come. Array will have Dharmendra and then Amitabh Bachchan. So whatever user has put in the first text field, I will create a key in the object and whatever the value user has put, I will put it in the array. So first time he put Dharmendra, I will put here. When second time he put this one, I will append it the array with this one. So you don't have to do this part. This part is the functionality which I will tell you later. Only put these two things which I showed you in this diagram. So just put this text field and this text field and submit button. And this will be this is the free text. User can put anything. Tomorrow he wants to put director, so he can choose director. Maybe tomorrow we will give the select box. Right now I'm putting free text. Tomorrow, if I have 5, 6 fixed name, I will give the select box. So he can choose the drop down and he can put what are the actors there in the field. So that is what you have to build. Is it clear, this part? Don't use this functionality. This I will give you in another task. But have you understood this part, these two lines? Yeah, don't create array variable now. I will give you minor task. So this part is little complicated. So don't do it now. I will show you how to do later. Okay, so first you have to put text field and that another text field to take that value. Now next will be the year. Which year this movie was released? This year. And rating part will be given by other users. The person who is creating the movie, he will not rate because he will like it movie. That's why he's putting the name. But rating part he will give later. Right now, we have to use parse server, but right now don't create anything in the parse server. Time will come when I will tell you what to create in parse server. Right now, whatever I'm showing you is completely on the UI. No parse server is called yet. Whenever you complete the form, you don't have to put in the parse server anything yet. Okay, next will be the rating part will come later. Don't put anything for the rating. Next will be the links. Links will be like also this one, but we have to make separate thing for the links. So links will be there and this part will be same for the links. Okay, text field and button. Okay, so links will be because there will be many links. Means one person will give one link, another person will give another link. So links can be many. So don't worry about the links part. Okay, just put text field and the add button like this one. This part will not come for the links. Next, one more thing will come which I missed here is the category. And category can be multiple. So you have to make the select box and user can choose multiple categories. For example, let's check the select box. Let me see which one is the multiple one. Yeah, multiple select. Yeah, you can choose multiple select. So maybe you can use this multiple select part for the multiple. Or you can use this check marks. So category we will pre-fill it. Right now you choose anything, but later on we will pre-fill it with what category user has to select from. But he can choose multiple categories because one movie can be action movie also, thriller also. So we have to choose action also, thriller also. Okay, so just add that one. So category can be multi-select. Okay, some examples of the category are action movie, thrillers,
and whatever. Okay, so this is the form which you have to build. I will copy and paste in the Telegram chat group. Just build the form. Don't put any state variable. I don't want any state variable, only simple form. State variable is another task which we will take later. Simple form, no state variables right now, no error variables, nothing. Only simple form should be displayed. Okay, and take it from the material UI only. Don't put any simple form. Simple form means material UI form. Don't put without material UI. I mean by simple form is no functionality right now. Just we need to see this form. At least only this one. Can you do this one? Can you put a simple form without any functionality? No state variables, no path server yet. Path server time will come at appropriate time. We will be not using Redux in this project. Everything will be direct state variable and direct server call. No Redux in this project. And once you finish this project, I will give you another project. Okay, so do it tomorrow if possible. Otherwise, do it next week, whenever is possible. I will show this form next week. Maybe if someone has done right job, I will take his form and I will use that form. But if you have not done any good work, then I have to show you. Okay, so make sure at least one person do the good job, so my work will be saved. Okay, that's all for tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you.